What's good, y'all? Welcome to my new channel. My name is Go Like Kobe. By the channel name, you can already see that. You guys can also call me JLK if you guys willing to. But before we get into this video, I just want to give you guys a quick little rundown of the future of the channel and what I'm going to be posting for the next couple of days, weeks, and however many videos I decide to upload. I'm going to be doing a lot of basketball videos. This is going to be a basketball channel, like what ifs, scenarios, things that you may have never heard of, fun facts, history records that you may have never heard of before. Anything that has something to do with the basketball that I feel like is important enough to share with you guys, I will be posting on this channel. But without further ado, let's get to this video. Anthony Davis, a 6'11" monster. We all know him. Jrue Holiday, one of the best defending guards, and has slightly become one of the best two-way players that we have in this league today. So I'm here today to give you guys 6 facts of the dominance of the Pelicans versus the Blazers series. Number 1. Now, we all know how much of a beast that Anthony Davis is. But it's crazy that we were just talking about a couple of weeks ago that how about we don't want to see this dude and his incredible talent go to waste, while him only making the playoffs two times in his career, and one of those times being this year. But did you know Davis became the first player of all time with at least 47 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks in a playoff game since Hakeem Olajuwon in 1987? Since Hakeem in 1987. What's that like? That's like over 30 years ago. I think that's 31 years ago. That's crazy. When Hakeem Olajuwon did it, the only one since Hakeem Olajuwon almost 31 years ago, and he's the first player in NBA history to do it with 48 minutes, because Hakeem Olajuwon did it with 53 minutes, which was a double overtime, and they lost that game. Now, even though Hakeem's stats were pretty much better because he had 49 points, 25 rebounds, and 6 blocks, it took him double overtimes to do that. Number 2, not only is Anthony Davis 47 points, a postseason franchise record for the Pelicans, also known as the Hornets, but it's the most points scored in a close-out game since Kobe Bryant, where he dropped 48 points against the Sacramento Kings, which was also a Game 4 of the 2001 Western Conference semifinals. I think like that just shows like his versatility, like the fact that he's doing things that only some power forwards and centers do. And while he's a power forward, still doing some things that only guards have done. I feel like that really shows his versatility as a entire whole, as a player, which will make him one of the greatest, in my opinion, and definitely in my opinion, the greatest power forward to ever pick up a basketball. But moving on to number 3, we got the man Jrue Holiday and Anthony Davis. So a power duo. Like, a lot of people was gonna think that the power duo would have been Davis and Boogie, but then when Boogie went down, the people didn't even know if they were gonna make the playoffs. Now they just swept the 3rd seed. Like, that's crazy. But Jrue Holiday put up 41 points with Anthony Davis 47, and marked the first time a pair of teammates in NBA history both scored 40 points in a closeout game. Like, that's crazy. And the fact that they swept them, like that's crazy. I feel like I feel like Holiday would probably, like, if he would have did this before the All-Star break, I would have probably voted him in as a fucking All-Star over Damian Lillard. Like, the man is just butt cheeks. But moving on to number 4. With number 4, we have something crazy, man. Did you know? Did you guys know? I guarantee you didn't. That's why I'm making this video, to tell you guys. The Pelicans duo, which is Jrue Holiday and Anthony Davis, combined for 88 points. We all knew that. But they tied the Boston record with the legends John Havlicek and JoJo White for the most points by 2 teammates in playoffs history. But the thing about Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday are that they are the first teammates, or currently the only teammates of all time to both have 40 plus points. But Havlicek had with Boston, Havlicek had 54 and White had 34. Did I say Havlicek had 34, or he had 54 and White had 34? Okay, and that was all the way back in 1973. 1973. That's like almost 40 years ago. 40. I think I just did a voice crack. But 40 years ago. But moving on to number 5, man. Moving on with fact number 5 that I guarantee you none of you guys knew, that Anthony Davis and Jrue Holiday became the 3rd pair of teammates in NBA history to both put up 40 points at the least on 60% shooting in the same playoff game. The only other duos to do so was Jalen Rose and Reggie Miller in 2000, which was 18 years ago, and Hakeem Olajuwon and Clyde Drexler in 1995. Like, you have to think about it. I feel like Jrue doesn't get enough credit. That's why I said, I will vote him in. I will be rooting for him to be in the first team, all defensive team. I feel like he definitely deserved it. The fact that he was clapping up, Damian Lillard, who a lot of people thought that he was gonna make first team, all NBA first team, which was insane. I feel like he has a possibility to make it into all NBA third team over who I said I thought was gonna be an all NBA third team was Chris Paul, but I would probably pick Jrue Holiday over Chris Paul just because of this playoff series. Like, this is really effing crazy, that the fact that this dude is putting up 40 points and no one ever looked at him, as a good score. Like, the dude went from averaging like 19 points in the regular season to putting up 40 points. Like, who's ever seen that before? Moving on to the last, final, but definitely not the least impressive fact, which is number 6. Alright, so we're here with fact number 6. Like I said, this is not the least most impressive, but it comes last on our list. And that, did you know that Anthony Davis, throughout his entire playoff career, is averaging 32.3 points in his entire playoff career? Is 8 games. If you don't know, he's only played 2 series because he's only played in 2 playoffs. Okay, the only other players in NBA history from now to the past 40 years, the only players in the past 40 years to ever average that many points in their first 8 games, and he has a total of 258 points, are Michael Jordan, and he scored 283 points total, and LeBron James, 266 total. You're talking about players who, in my opinion, are the top 2 greatest players of all time. In a lot of people's opinions, they both are definitely top 3. To hear your name in the same conversation as Michael Jordan and LeBron James, we're not talking about no regular season. We're not talking about no regular season. We're not talking about none of that bull crap. We're talking about in the playoff where it matters the most. Only 8 games and you scored 258. But y'all, that rest of the video. Hope you guys did enjoy this. Hope I told you guys something that you didn't know already. Make sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'm out, y'all. Peace. Keep it easy, gang.